Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do a book tag video for y'all. I attempted to do another video and then I realized I need to be sitting by my books to do this because I don't actually know any of the answers. But I think I can do this one without being by my books. So without further ado, this is the Nope book tag. I'll link the creator of it and all that. It's a really old book tag. It's from like before 2018. I watched Paperback Dreams' version semi recently, so I'll also have that link down below. I'm obviously not as cool as her and not wearing a face mask during half of this video, but anyways, there's 15 questions. Let's go. Number one, a nope ending. An ending that made you scream in denial and rage, and you said nope a bunch, just was not having it. For this, I'm going to do the end of the final book, which I'll put over here, from the Dark Tower series. The ending with that was very upsetting, and I still am not over it. And I was like visibly angry about it for many, many weeks after reading it. So considering how long I invested in reading that series, the ending did not do it for me. Number two, a nope protagonist. A protagonist that drives me nuts. Also from the Dark Tower series, Roland is technically the protagonist, but he's very much an anti-hero, and a lot of the stuff he does throughout the series absolutely drives me nuts. And that's part of the reason why the ending also drove me nuts. But anyways, number three, a nope series. A series I could not finish, that I gave up on before completing. I never made it through New Moon, number two in the Twilight series. I think Bella was like depressed and did nothing for like actually 11, just somewhere between like 11 and 17. Those are the numbers I remember. A large amount of chapters where she did nothing besides cry over Edward and all that jazz. So I did not finish that, and I never intend to. And I think I've only seen each of the movies one time, and that was because I was forced. I don't need to have anything to do with that series. I'm okay with it. For a nope a popular pairing that you don't support at all. So a nope pairing. I could have planned these answers in advance, but clearly that wasn't where I was at today. I honestly don't read a whole lot of romances. Not that romances are the only place you find pairings, but I haven't had a lot of books that I've read recently that are kind of around the pairings, and they haven't been very popular either. So I'm gonna just move on from that question. A Number five, a nope plot twist, which is a plot twist that I didn't like, didn't agree with, and I'm also going to talk about the Dark Tower series. The ending that I didn't like was spawned off of a plot twist that was the worst thing I've ever. Okay, it was actually a very genius plot twist, but because I didn't agree with it, it was bad, and I was nope about it. Anyways, we'll move on from that series, hopefully to never come back. Uh, Number six, a nope protagonist decision that makes you shake your head. For this one, I'm going to pull out a decision Kaladin made in Words of Radiance. And if you've read that book, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But basically, he makes a decision that nearly like throws the entire course of the series off balance. And I recently reread that and remembered that he did that because I didn't remember before my reread that he made this decision. And I love Kaladin with my whole heart, but it made me really mad, and also it kind of like in its own way, the decision he made, he ends up rectifying all of that. And I'm obviously trying to avoid spoilers in this video. He ends up like rectifying and changing his decision and like making up for it, but it nearly like destroys many important things in the series. So it was very painful to watch the decision happen. A genre that will never ever read. So a nope genre. I think I will probably eventually read every genre. I'm not really super into like historical biographies in the nonfiction space, and I've not yet read a Western, but those are probably the two genres I can answer for this. I feel like I will eventually read a Western because my grandmother really loves those books and she keeps trying to get me to read them. But I don't foresee myself reading that anytime soon. Number 8, a nope format, a format that I can't stand and wait to buy books until it comes out in a different format. The only thing that comes to mind with this question is those books that are crazy and don't have any chapters. I need some like semblance of a stopping point to exist. Even if it's not like a full chapter break, but like sometimes they have like subsections or just like a bigger break in the text. I've read a few books that are like straight through words and there's not any breaks, and I do not like them. And if I realize that they don't have chapters before I buy it, then I don't buy it. I don't even. Obviously, there's not going to be a different version of a book if it's designed to not have chapters, but count me out with that. That's a big old nope for me. A nope recommendation. Sorry, I skipped ahead. Number 9, a nope trope. A trope that I do not get behind. I honestly don't know a whole lot of tropes just off the top of my head, honestly, besides like enemies or friends to lovers. And I'm fully in support of those, but I don't know if it's an official trope, but the trope where people are like abusing each other for power and then just get shoved together in love. I'm not a huge fan of that because that's obviously not fair to the person who is being abused for power or for control in this like fantastical world. It's usually in fantasy where you see stuff like that happen. But so I don't know if that's a trope, but in the enemies to lovers, they can be enemies, but they cannot abuse each other like in that state. That ruins any of the future love for me. Um, Number 10, a nope recommendation I simply refuse to read that people keep recommending. I don't think I have an answer to this. People don't seem to be very pushy about recommendations with me. Um, I think I'm probably not going to read the book that everybody's talking about right now, which is A Little Life, at this point because I don't think I'm emotionally ready to handle the trauma and the like horrible things and the sadness that happens in that book. But I wouldn't say that that's being pushed on me because no one's directly told me I need to read it. But people are talking about it and trying to get each other to read it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll read it eventually, just not right now. 11, a nope cliche or writing pet peeves that always make me roll my eyes. Okay, honestly, I think the no chapters would go in this answer better, but so the no chapters again, but whew, I'm gonna just use no chapters. Books that don't have chapters as their writing style. It's a hard pass for me. Number 12, a nope love interest, a love interest that doesn't deserve to have been a potential or optional love interest. Like I mentioned, a lot of the books I've been reading recently don't seem to have a whole lot of love in them, but I'll pull from my memory bank. I don't remember her name. Let me look it up real quick. I think it's Catherine. Kathy from East of Eden is the worst person that has ever been created, fictional or otherwise. And I don't think she deserved to be a love interest, and I don't think she intended to be either. And I'm not going to say more about her character just because I know a few of my... I love Used to Be, and I'm going to do a whole, like, video on that book when I reread it here in the near future, but Kathy does not deserve anything. But she seems to take it anyways. So, moving on from that. A nope villain that I would like to avoid at all costs in real life. Uh, I think any villain that would actually have the potential to kill me, I would probably avoid in real life. Out of a book I just read, the villain from Along Came a Spider by James Patterson was just a horrible human, like actually a psychopath, like killed many, many people and was just really messed up in the head. I'd like to avoid all people like him. I also don't remember his name. And I probably won't be reading more of that series because the villain was quite a bit much for me. So, anyways, moving on from that. I think I missed a question, like when I was writing them down because I'm forgetting something. Oh, okay. I don't know where the number was supposed to be, but a nope ending. Oh no, I already answered the ending. That's at the beginning. Anyways, we're moving. Oh, a nope plot twist that I did not get behind. Oh, I already answered that too. Okay, well, what I was originally going to answer for number 5, because I also threw Dark Tower under the bus, was I did not like the plot twist in Gone Girl. I thought that it was very much like the man in that situation, like, was getting even more taken advantage of by that plot twist, and I don't know if that was the point, but I'm like, dude, you could have stood up for yourself and, like, not accepted your fate like you did. Anyways, moving on from the question I've now answered like 3 times. Number 14, a nope death that I am not over. I don't think I will ever be... I'm Googling it to make sure I get the right name. I don't think I will ever be over Fred Weasley's death in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, book or movie. I will never be over it. For another reason, you're a monster, JK Rowling. He was just too good for this world, and I'm not over it. Number 15, a nope author, an author that you were disappointed about a book, and therefore you're never going to read any more of their books. I don't like to judge a book by one author, but the only author that I've read recently that I was just very disappointed in was Silvia Moreno Garcia, and I read Gods of Jade and Shadow. If you want to hear me talk about my disappointment, it was in my September wrap-up video. But I do still want to read her book Mexican Gothic because she can improve, and also everybody is talking about it, and it seems like a cool book that I could get behind. Yeah, I don't think I've ever read only one book by an author and, like, chosen at that point to stop reading them. But anywho, that is all the questions from this video. I did that in one take. I apologize for all the pausing, but like, subscribe, do all the things. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see y'all in my next video.